guest. Where is he? His name is Steven Beaver. He's a visionary strategist, and I know him for telling me to take more vacations. So, Jeff, if you turn on your off your camera, I'm hoping that Steven turns on his camera, and then you'll switch places.
I need access, it says.
To turn on the
You cannot
camera?
start your video because it's disabled by the host. So whoever's the host, they can undisable it. Or co-hosts usually can too. Start my video. There we go.
Let's
Thank you,
say.
whoever did that.
I don't know. We have a magic person behind the screen. I have no idea. Hey, we're matchy matchy.
Hey, we are. And
So
Michelle, you do have a amazing story. We've known each other for quite a while. But before I forget, Pause, I believe, was on before. And he was talking about income producing activities, which is in my wheelhouse. I'm going to compliment him by A, first putting that out, and then B, giving another definition of income producing activities, because people give me all kinds of marketing and this and that. No, there's only one income producing activity out there, only one. Talking to a client that wants what you have and can afford you.
amen to that. So I wanted to, I almost said your tagline. I won't say it because I'm sure you're telling the
Oh,
story.
you do it.
And I didn't get to share my story in this entire
Oh, you're
marathon.
kidding.
We had so many people wanting to be on as guests that
You are sharing it in the final.
you're going to let me do that? Okay.
yeah.
So
Awesome, because it is an amazing story.
well, I don't want to take your time, Stephen. So
Right on.
you go on and
Okay.
do the best you. Happy man.
So I'm going to start off, as I do always, talking about somebody else. Vinny Smile Chopra, if you remember the glasses, these actually were given to me. He's a friend of mine. Said something about Jim Rohn. You are the sum total of the 5 people that you hang around the most. And so I thought about that. I'd already prepared two talks. One of them was how to make a friend in 30 seconds, and the other one is how to pick the right person to get you to where you want to get to your goals the fastest. And I thought, making a friend in 30 seconds is good, but if you pick the wrong one, how you picking the wrong friend? So I'm going to go with this one. So it's what I call the 5 threes. So just like Vinny said, remember, you are the sum total of the 5 closest people around you. So if they're not helping you, they're hurting you. So friends, mentors, coaches, or even family members that put you down or are a negative influence in your life, make you feel bad, make it harder for you to succeed. Case in point, was my son came over one day and he had his new girlfriend with him, and my wife and them started talking about one of our other kids, not in a nice way. And yeah, he was making some poor life decisions, but this wasn't a conversation to have with somebody that was brand new into the family, and really not one that we should be talking anyway. We weren't helping the situation. They were just, and she turned to me because she noticed I was being very quiet, and she said, do you like me? And I said, I'll tell you this, you'll know if I don't like you because I'll tell you. Just like right now, I don't like this discussion because it's very negative, it's not helpful, and it's just something that doesn't need to be. And my wife knew immediately that she hit what I call the 3-second person, which we'll talk about in a second. And she says, what would you like to talk about? And I said, literally anything else. So family members can do this too. And you just got to toe the line sometimes and make sure that they understand that there's a line there, right? And negativity doesn't help. You. So if you're not fixing the problem, you are part of the problem. So, I mean, just like try swimming or running with a 20-pound weight around each leg. Are you at your best? I mean, yeah, sure, it might be fun. You can maybe beat some people, but are you at your best? I mean, so you just need to put people in these categories I'm about to give you. There's 5 of them, and I call them the 3, and you'll find out in just a second why. Not everyone is created equal. So as much as you like people, sometimes you're going to find, wow, they're really in the category that I either need to be careful of, or I need to maybe spend more time with them. So you don't know. So people who make it to the 30-minute all-day category, I'm just going to skip this because we haven't gone to that. So the first of the 3s is what I alluded to earlier. Stay away from me. These people are 3-second people. Just stay away from me. If you see them in the hallway, you put your head down, you don't talk to them. You don't make any contact with these people. Any contact is bad contact with these people. You know they're negative. They're always going to have something negative to say. They're going to bring you down. And this up here is your most important way to keep smiling, right? You got to have that positive attitude. You can smile through it, but it's not, there's a smile that you really want, right? So So, and I mean, just what benefit are these people again, right? So it's kind of harsh. I know what I'm saying. And I'm the TMV guy, I'm like everybody thinks, but I'm also the strategist, the business consultant that says what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. So bear with me here. So that's the 3-second person. Then you got the 3-minute person. Yeah, these people are a little bit above the pay grade of the 3-minute person. These are people you're going to say, okay, how you doing? Great. I got a thing I got to do. They're the water cooler people, right? You can't miss them. Maybe you have to interact just like, but, and so do you really want to be around these people though? That's what you got to really think, right? So that's your 3-second and your 3-minute. Then you've got your 30-minute person. These are people like you can go to lunch with, right? You can have a good time. These are like your old friends from high school or whatever, college or whatever. How you doing? Great. You're going to catch up on times, and it was a great lunch, and we'll see you later and talk to you. It's good for the soul, right? So these people, they're not really helping you or hurting you so much, but they're old time friends, and are people that you just, or maybe you're wanting to get to know them, right? You can take that. So you spend 30 minutes, invest that time for the people that you don't know. And so, friends are relaxing, they're a positive influence, and it's really what you call me time, right? This is the time where, okay, it's not business, it's not professional. This is the time where you're just going to sit down and just have a nice talk and reminisce about the good old times, hopefully. And so these are your 30-minute people. Then you have the 3-hour people. Now, these people are like, wow, great time that you spent with them. It's just so happy, you're enlightened, you're learning, you're going back and forth, and you're feeling good about yourself, and you're really, really happy that you spent some time with them. But time ends and you got to go. So these are the 3. And you don't have to spend 3 hours with somebody, but you would say, hey, I'd put them in that category. I could spend 3 hours. There's a lot of people that I know. Michelle, sorry, I had a cough. That I could spend 3 hours with without thinking about it, right? So these are really great times for you, and it really puts you in a very positive mindset. And you can think yourself. Everybody agrees you can think yourself sick. So that means you can think yourself healthy, right? So if you're in a good time like that, and you're eating right, working out, doing all those other things that you're supposed to do, this really can really the glue that holds everything together, is to having that positive mental attitude. And spending time with these 3-hour people is a great. And then the final 5 of the 3s is a 3-day person, somebody that you could spend 3 days with. That was the most amazing day ever, right? Or days ever. And you're just so fortunate that you're with them that day, and you literally become a better person because of that. You become a better person for the 3-hour person too, but when you spend a day, 2 days, 3 days with someone, and it doesn't happen very often, usually it's with a spouse, hopefully, or a significant other, and you're building that relationship. We're creatures of culture. We are not hermits. Matter of fact, 20,000 years ago, if you were ostracized from the tribe and sent out on your own, and you were kicked, you died. There was no such thing as a loner back then. So we have genetically been imposed to be creatures of culture, creatures that stick together and work together. So we need this interaction. So that's why these 3 days events and things like that you go to, there's a method behind the madness on this kind of stuff. So this is the 5 threes. I'm going to go ahead and share. I believe I have access. Yes, I do. So that everybody can see it. Oops, where did I go? There. So the 5 threes. So if you wanted to take a picture of it, whatever. The 3 stay away from me, 3 seconds. 3-minute, hey, how you doing? Great, gotta go. 30-minute, nice lunch, was great talking to you. 3 hours, wow, was so great. Time applies though, gotta talk to you later. And that was the most amazing day or days ever. I've ever been very fortunate to be with you. If you want to reach me, my podcast is the Busy Beavers Club. Beating you to the punch, Michelle, or Ken. And it's about helping people mentally, physically, and with their financial health. Uh, so health, your mental, physical, and financial health, right? It's on YouTube. You can follow me on any social media, TMV Steven Beaver or TMV Steven Beaver. LinkedIn is the best way for somebody to reach out. I don't look at all of my social medias. I'm a producer, not a consumer of social media. So I don't sit on there and watch a lot of cat videos or things like that. So there you have it. The five threes. Uh, and hope that helps. And now you start looking at it. Is it harsh? Yes, it can be harsh, but you have to protect this thing up here. It is the most precious thing you have is your mental attitude. And when you're around negativity, it breeds negativity. And yes, you can say you can think you can help people, but people won't change unless they want to. And so you got to remember that you can't save everyone. Only save the people that want to be saved. All right, so that is pretty much it. I could go on for some other things, but this is the one thing that I thought would be the most helpful, everybody. And if you have any questions or anything like that, I see there's some comments below. Um, Young at heart keeps that youthful glow. Yeah. You give me a 2-minute warning, and you don't look old enough to have a son that old. Actually, my son is 33 years old. Yeah, he's up there. And family time is great. And when we go on that would be a super, well, it wouldn't be a super vacation because it's only 3 days, or 2 nights or 3 days. But that would be a regular vacation where you could spend 3 days with someone and you really get to know people. It's hard to, like what we're doing right now, it's hard. You forget that you're being recorded, right? So all your mannerisms and everything like that is boom. As a matter of fact, well, Michelle, stay on in because Michelle, I know it's not always about me, right? Like it is in my life, but since we're on right now, Michelle teaches speakers how to speak on stage. And so she can say that I'm absolutely right. That we don't. She's probably picked me apart. It's like, oh my God, oh Stephen, that's a filler word. This is that. You're doing this. Where's your hand movement? I didn't do a lot of hand movement this time, which I normally do. But she's going to be nice and say, no, you did just fine. But back into the scene, hopefully, because she's my friend, she'll let me know the real deal.
Yes, because you're definitely the 3-day people.
Appreciate that.
No, you have to tell everyone what TMV stands for so they can remember.
That's right. Take more vacations. And the reason that is because I'll just give the quick 1-minute story. I remember my oldest son's first t-ball practice. That's all I saw. I don't know if they won the game, if they lost the games. I don't know what position he played. I don't know if they had a winning or losing season. And then the other quick story is in 18 years, I had 5 kids. In 18 years, we only took 4 vacations because back in the 80s and 90s, we're Americans. We work harder than everybody else. And I fell into that trap. I did not understand. And so now, who is it better to talk to about building a business? So if you're a workaholic, a reformed, like an alcoholic, we want to talk to a reformed alcoholic, or do you want to talk to a teetotaler that's never done anything with alcohol before? Of course, you want to talk to a reformed alcoholic. Well, reformed workaholic. So there's the story behind that.
Take more vacations, Steven Beaver.
TMV,
You can
baby.
find them all over the place. And that is really what keeps us smiling, is realizing that we can pull away from what occupies our time and realize you need to plan financially for what you want to do. And that's why, well, we met Steven. I don't remember where we met you, somewhere in California. I don't remember where we met you, but we had so much fun together because one, your energy, you are one of the people we wanted to stay with for those 3 days. And that attitude of gratitude and loving people and saying, you know what, that energy's bad. Let's stick over here. That energy's great. Let's hang out here. And we had so much fun. And I'm so glad that you became one of my friends, that you're in my world and that we both like the color yellow.
It's the primary color for advertising, yellow and black. Best Buy colors, most visible spectrum for the human eye.
All right. Well, Stephen, thank you for being you. And we need to catch each other on the flip side. I've got to bring on the
Absolutely.
next speaker.